Good morning, good Monday, another week, another beginning, another wonderful, I think, opportunity to make life worth it. I'm Freakton and I'm here with Carlos Rene, CEO and founder of DEGA. Carlos, how are you? Good morning, beginning of the week. What's your weekend?
Hey there, Rick. Yeah, it's been a great weekend. I had the opportunity to spend some time with one of our partners. We haven't revealed that partner in particular yet, but we will be doing that in a few weeks. They hosted an esports event here in Costa Rica, and it was a great event. It was really fun, and looking forward to um, working with them in the future. Other than that, right now, excited to get the week rolling. Today we have a very particularly exciting topic to touch base upon, so let's get right into it.
Yeah, just I think just a small summary. I don't think we have to re explain what an ISPO is. Just a little reminder on things. One is participating in the Dega Daily Challenge. It's a chance to win 1,000 Dega token every day. And all you have to do is like, retweet, mention three friends, and participate. Also, be in the look and be reading our socials because we're throwing a lot of, you know, challenges and quests and experiences to make some extra Dega tokens here. So okay, let's get into it, Carlos. If you want any news or about the bonuses, or you want to jump straight to the point of the day.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go straight into the subject today.
Okay, perfecto. So, as everyone knows, this is the first multi-chain ISPO in history. And that comes with challenges and building and creating new things and creating tech and developing and all those things. But we're coming close to our second chain ISPO. So, Carlos, why don't you tell us a little bit about what's going on and what's coming?
Yeah, so basically, we've done the ISPO in Cardano, and this is a concept that's very well known in this ecosystem, right? So everybody's familiar with what ISPOs are. Meld Finance actually did the very first one about a year and a half ago, I think it is. And there's been many projects that have been doing ISPs. Everybody does it, with a little bit of their own flavor or their own mechanisms there. But in general, it's a well-known concept. In Polkadot, it is not. Right, there's never been an ISPO in Polkadot. They have something that's similar that's called a crowd loan, and that's the way that they finance their parachains. But it's not exactly the same. It's more of a, you know, people still have to delegate their dot, but instead of delegating it like you do in ISPOs and Cardano, you have to lock it up for a given period of time. There's no yield generated for the project or the startup that's actually hosting the crowd loan, and they do distribute the token, right? Like the new project distribute their own token, like in the parachains, right? But it's not exactly the same, right? So I think that this is going to be something that's very exciting. Right now, they've only done the crowd loan mechanism to finance parachains, right? They've never done it to finance anything else, like a game or a new project for something or a new application. So DECA is bringing, a new way to bootstrap startups in the Polkadot ecosystem. This is going to be the first time that they're going to be able to access that. And another thing that's very important is that in Cardano, we have like a 3.4 yield, I think it is, versus what we have in Polkadot, which is around 18%, right? So imagine like it's like having whatever amount you have delegated, if you have that in Polkadot, it's 6 times more yield than what you would have in Cardano, right? So it's a very powerful mechanism to jumpstart new projects.
Wow, that's a lot. Like, and what are the challenges there, Carlos? You know, it's like no one has done it multi-chain before, and coming up with a second chain, I know is challenges. So there's challenges there. So what are the things on the table that need to be addressed before we release it? What are we waiting for? Is there something in the horizon that we can kind of expect a date or something?
Yeah, it's definitely going to happen in August. The only thing that we were waiting for actually is just a confirmation of certain partnerships. So certain relationships that we've been building in the Polkadot ecosystem for a few months now. I think it was since November last year we've been building these relationships. But it takes time, right? Like projects need to properly assess. We need to get to know each other. Good relationships are truly organic. So we have the tech ready to go, but we needed to confirm certain projects, right, that would be supporting us in that ecosystem. So yeah, that's done now, and we're just in the phase of conversation now of laying out the time and how to go about it. For them, it's the first time. Again, in Cardano, everybody knows what it is. So people in the Cornucopias ecosystem, in the Meld ecosystem, in the BiFi ecosystem, who have been supporting us, it's easy for them to go about this, right? They're just, oh, okay, that guy's an ISPO. They know what that is. Over here, they don't. So we got to do a little bit of extra documentation and extra preparation for that. But it's also at the same time, it's not like it's a crazy difficult concept to understand, right? So yeah, basically in the coming weeks, we'll be laying that out for the Polkadot ecosystem, and it's happening in August.
Dude, that's amazing. So the technology is there already. So we're ready. We're just waiting for partnerships.
Mhm.
That's really cool, bro. And the question is the partnerships in the Cardano ecosystem have been amazing. Cornucopias, Meld, Bi-Fi, Brickin, Optim is top level. So are we expecting like this level of partnerships also in all the other chains?
Yeah, yeah, definitely, right? We work with only professional teams, only people that are actually building and delivering value. So yeah, that's pretty much the same level that we can expect in Polkadot as well.
Wow. And regarding other partnerships, I guess partnerships like Eugenia and this partnership that you cannot say what it is, but you were with them during the
Yeah, our
weekend.
esports partner, yeah, one of the biggest esports teams here in Latin America.
Wow. So I guess because this is key to growing the project. So we will expect another like huge boost of growth, new people, new community, I guess new tribes. Is there something that is gonna differentiate people in our community, like that came from one chain to another, or something planned like that?
Um, well, the tribes can be cross-chain, right? So they're welcome to learn and connect with our partners from other ecosystems. So the tribe should be, agnostic, right? Just like DEGA. DEGA is agnostic in that sense. We're willing to work with anybody in the ecosystem that's professional. So the tribe's the same, right? So they'll get to know new teams, new organizations, new technologies, and take as much advantage as they can with all of them, right? Um, and yeah, so for Eugenia, for example, they're going to be blockchain agnostic, right? And part of the work that we're going to help them do is how to go about onboarding each of these new communities, right? So It's everybody has to have their own separate strategy, right? Tribes are already very well, let's say, versed in the blockchain world, right? We don't need to teach them how to set up wallets or anything like that, right? They know blockchain. So the tribes are going to have it relatively easy right now. At least our current tribes, right? They're all Web3. In the future, we'll be building tools to make it easy for Web2 tribes to do the same. And then for some of our partners, they're going to have a little bit of a learning curve when it comes to the blockchain world. And that's what we're here for, right? We're here to build out these relationships and the tooling necessary to get them rolling a little bit more smooth in that sense.
Okay, perfect. That's amazing. And I know this will take also work on the dashboard. And you've been working on the because people, the suggestions and the questions from our community. But what other changes are going to happen to the dashboard? How is that going to work? Or will I have different dashboards for different chains? Or
No, the dashboard is going to be the same, right? And you can that if you see right now, the dashboard doesn't really have anything that's connected to the tech side of things, like in the sense of you needing to hook up your wallet, right? Like we could probably do that to make it a little bit easier, but also at the same time, I know a lot of people have different wallets. So right now it's kind of like super easy, right? You just put in your staking address and you get the information. If we connect it with a wallet, then it would be a little bit harder because then if you have multiple Cardano wallets and you can't your browser, your add-on usually it has one wallet, right? So you're not connecting multiple. So it's easier to just input there the address. So we'll probably keep that the same, right? So you'll just input then your Polkadot address, and you'll see how many rewards you're getting, right? And
okay,
and the
so
pool is
but
the same.
oh yeah, go.
Yeah, because you see we have the address section and we have the pool section, right? So right now you can see in the table it actually says Cardano, right? So we'll just add Polkadot, right? And we'll make it. You'll be able to see it there.
Nice. And what else is coming for the dashboard? I know you've been working in the dashboard. I guess the priority has been the Polkadot release, but
Yeah,
I know the dashboard is something.
yeah. After we integrate these Polkadot modules, then add the detailed views for that, right? Because right now you can only see kind of like the total amount of rewards you're getting. You're not seeing the details, the bonuses. So we'll add that after we integrate the Polkadot part.
Oh, that will be huge for everyone because everyone's been asking like how can I see like reward and bonuses and differentiate like because everyone's taking some kind of with some kind of bonus every like or copy or meld like the partnership
Yeah,
bonus or the NFTs.
yeah. You'll be able to see the history of that when we add the detailed view.
I do have one question regarding the bonuses, Carlos, which is remember supernova is after 30 epochs, but we have other ones like the spark and all those that are after like lower epochs. So you start getting the bonus like when you complete like a different time you get to that level. It's kind of like leveling up to supernova.
Yeah, yeah. Once you level up, then the following, let's say, credit. Every time that we credit you with DEGA tokens, then you're getting that bonus.
Nice. So I don't it's not like I have to wait till it finishes. I'll be leveling up my
Yeah,
bonuses and everything.
yeah. As time goes by, you level up, and then you start getting the credit.
Okay, so everyone, we have now coming up the Polkadot. Some details were released. The yield is higher. We are onboarding new community members, new type of people. The Polkadot community are not used to ISPOs. How did they call it, Carlos?
No, they have it's not the same, right? It's a different concept. They have something they call crowd loans. So, and we'll put out an article explaining the differences between crowd loans and ISPOs, but they use that to fund parachains specifically, and it's built into the protocol, right? But you can only finance a parachain. You can't finance let's say, a game that works over an existing parachain, right? So with ISPOs, they will be able to do that, right? Because right now, I think they have, I can't remember the exact number of parachains, but it's something, it's a lot. It's like 50 or 60, I don't know, a whole bunch of parachains. But now they need to build on top of those parachains. So how do you finance those projects? Well, ISPOs is a great mechanism, and it's already been proven and well tested out in the Cardano world. So we're taking that same, let's say, good practices and just overall benefit to the Polkadot world.
Okay, so this means that we will be DEGA ISPO will be the first ISPO ever in the Polkadot ecosystem.
Yeah, yes, it's the first one. It's the first one ever, and we're not a parachain, right? We're not deploying a new parachain on top of Polkadot, so it's a validation of what we're saying, right? Of using this mechanism to fund something else, not a parachain.
Okay, and what do you think will be the obstacles of explaining or understanding the ISPO? For us, it's already very simple and clear, but for new
Everything new,
people coming in.
yeah, everything new has a learning curve, right? Like even if it's simple, people are still, because sometimes ISPOs are not that complicated, right? It is essentially you are giving up the yield from delegation in exchange for a new project's token. That's kind of like in one phrase. But again, it'll be, people have questions more around the details. How do I get my rewards? How do I see my rewards, etc. So those are going to be properly outlined in an article, right? And we'll always keep doing these spaces. So the Polkadot people that join in can just come to the spaces, to our daily spaces, and keep asking any questions that they have. We're happy to answer the same question as many times as needed, right? But there's no way around the fact that there will be a learning curve, right? So people will have questions, they'll have doubts about a new mechanism. And the good thing is, again, now we have everybody that we've onboarded from the Cardano world who can also explain this to them as they jump into the DEGA forums, right? As they jump into Discord, Telegram, and they'll start asking, "What is this? How do I know, that it's working? Where do I see my rewards?" And the great thing is that it's not something that we're not alone, right? It's not the DEGA team alone doing this, right? We're doing it with all the great people that have already joined us from the Cardano ecosystem. And they're also welcome to obviously delegate and stake on their DOT, right? If they have any, or if they want to have more DOT, then we're happy to have them on board on the Polkadot world as well.
I the only question I get from non Cardano people is, and non like savvy on this, is where does the yield come from from staking is the usual question, because they compare it to banks, and banks get is like get their interest from lending money. So, and they charge interest for that, and then they pay you for your savings account, they pay you their interest. So they're always comparing to that. So they don't understand in a blockchain where does that yield come from.
But that doesn't sound, yeah, but it's not that they're not Cardano people. It sounds like they're not blockchain people, right?
Yeah, that's what I meant, sorry.
Yeah, because if you're in blockchain, there's many ways to generate yield, be it from the proof of stake, be it from DeFi, lending, or whatever, right? There's many ways to generate yield. Yeah, for them, if again, there's no way around the fact that there is a learning curve, right? Like as you said, if you come from the traditional finance world, heck, people say they know where the yield comes from a bank, but they don't really know, right? Like people don't really understand how banks work. It's just that they're used to it, right? They accept that there's interest payments. They don't. If you ask them to outline and explain how banking works, most humans don't know how that works, right? So it's just a concept that if it's new, mostly it's just about. I would just say it's just about accepting that it's there, right? Like if you want to learn about it, you can. Most people won't. I think even people that used a lot DeFi, like they don't know where the yield comes from, right? Like they can learn about it, but they don't. So it's the same thing here, right? So if they're new to blockchain, they're gonna join us. They're gonna have questions. We're gonna answer them. Some people are gonna understand it. Some people are not. So we'll see where that goes. But there is a learning curve. There's just no way around saying, you'll join and you'll get it in 5 minutes. Like, I mean, some people do, but that's not gonna be the case for most of them.
Okay, perfect. But one of the question, and that helps me a lot, also explaining people when onboarding and doing that. But also is like we have bonuses for the partners. Is it gonna we're gonna have also like Polkadot partners that give bonus to the people staking?
Yeah, we're gonna have that. It works a little bit different there because in the Polkadot world, like for example in Cardano, we're all part of the same mainnet and we have the same, addresses in that sense, right? So it's kind of easy to do that. In the Polkadot world, it'll be a little bit more complicated because they have different parachains and not all of them have the same address structure, right? Like to give you an example, right? Like the main Polkadot chain, it's called the relay chain, right? And if I recall correctly, they actually define themselves as a layer zero, not a layer one. They define the parachains as layer ones, and then the Polkadot relay chain is layer zero. Um, these are very kind of like technical conversations, but the point is that some of the parachains are EVM compatible, right? So their addresses look like Ethereum addresses, and you actually use MetaMask to manage it, or any other Ethereum wallet can perfectly well connect to these systems. And then you have your separate wallet, which is the relay chain wallet, right? So there we have to do a few things, stuff like digital signatures or something like that. We're analyzing with each of the partners how we're going to go about doing that. Um, but yeah, essentially, we are going to have the partnership bonuses there, but it's not going to be probably not as straightforward as it is with Cardano, right? Just because, again, think of Polkadot as an ecosystem of blockchains, right? Not as one blockchain. So there's some nuances there that we're going to have to address.
No, nice. But had like expecting this to happen in August. We gotta start doing the Polkadot homework also. But I think it's an amazing opportunity to bring new people to this community, different personalities. Like everyone in the chains have like different. Is kind of like if they were from different countries because everyone's kind of like the Cardano community has some characteristics, like tribe way, and then you have the Polkadot and the Ethereum. Everyone kind of represents something different, a different side of blockchain. So it will be really interesting to have all this multi-chain world. It's like I don't know. I feel it's like a cosmos city of different blockchains in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, they all have some of. I would say it's more like different flavors, but it's the same food, right? Like if like blockchain is ice cream, and then each ecosystem has its own flavor, but it's still ice cream in that sense, right? So there are way too many things that tie us together, more so than they make us different, right? It's just about how we go about things. But they'll adapt very quickly, and a lot of people already have multiple cryptos, right? Like I don't believe that I've known anybody that has only one blockchain coin, right? Even now, before we've released anything, there's already some people asking in the forums. They've been DMing the Rabbit and saying, "Hey, when are you guys gonna have the Polkadot delegations?" So there's already people that are Cardano and had Dot and want to delegate Dot, right? So it's gonna have a learning curve. Everybody has to be a little bit patient, and I mean it on both sides. And like on our side, our community has to be patient and explain the same thing many times, right? And also the users have to be patient in the sense that um, it's new grounds, right, for them, right? It's a new concept, so it's a matter of just taking the time to smoothing things out. And as we move forward, we at DEGA, we're going to be refining the product, making it better. And eventually, make it to the point that it really is, super easy to do it, but that takes time, right? Because we got to build out we got to design new products, right? It's not even about the technology, it's about making sure that we make the workflows and the UX smoother, right? But this is new ground that we're breaking, so it's all about patience. That's going to be the key word for everybody. Just be patient.
And I know you're not going to give it away, but we have the DEGA Grand Challenge going on, and are we expecting those to happen in other chains? Those type of challenges also.
No, that we can give away. I mean, of course, definitely. Every opportunity that we're giving to the Cardano community, we're going to give to the Polkadot community as well.
Nice. And okay, so what are your thoughts on the DEGA Grand Challenge? What's your approach for a challenge like that? It's hard to get it, but I think working with the community, we will make it happen. But how's that work in your head?
I mean, if you mean like how we come to the decision of making it happen, it's just very simple, right?
Yes.
We just want to make sure that we communicate our objectives, right? Because at the DEGA team, we want to make sure that where we want to go, everybody's clear on that, right? So the community has is aligned, right, with what the team needs to get this done. And I mean, it's pretty obvious. We're doing an ISPO, so it's obvious that the key objective here is just to get as much delegation as possible so that we can reach a larger audience, right? Obviously, the more people that know about DEGA, the best. That's the best for the project. So that's why it's important to communicate that clearly and then reward the community properly, right? And that's exactly what the Grand Challenge is about, right? This is where we want to go. Help us get there. And this is the reward that we're going to give you, right? It's a very simple process.
So for everyone joining, or for people listening in Twitter and in YouTube and in Twitch also, would you remind us what the Grand Challenge is about?
Actually, I'll let you handle that one.
Okay, so we're right now running the DEGA Grand Challenge, and this is the opportunity for us to get 200% bonus on our rewards. And this is for all participants in the ISPO. This is not just for the ones that are pushing. What it means is, like, if we all push as a community to get to, how do you say, fulfill the goal of the challenge,
Yeah.
and we make it, everyone will benefit.
Exactly.
Everyone will benefit. So our goal is to reach 40 million ADA delegated in the next 3 epochs. So it started last week, runs until August 8th, until epoch 429. So we don't have a lot of time to make it happen. We need to push this.
Yeah.
If we want the 3x bonus.
Yep. Yep. It's crunch time for the community.
Yeah, and Carlos, my question is on the rewards we make on those 3 epochs, is the rewards we made so far? What kind, like, we triple what rewards with this challenge?
Yeah, we'll make sure that once the epoch ends, everybody that has delegated, right, is part of it. So in the next epoch, we'll triple their entire balance, right? So it's all the rewards you've already earned plus the new delegation that you reach.
Wow. Wait. So everything I have in rewards will be tripled?
Yeah.
Shit, I thought it was just the rewards for the 3 epochs. I didn't know it was like everything I had as reward.
Yeah, all the rewards will be tripled.
Oh my god, that's a lot. That's a lot, bro. So, hey everyone, this is a call to action for us to get to that 40 million. We've released some videos, we've released some infographics, And I guess this week will be about this Dega Grand Challenge, making content, making information. I'm going to talk to everyone I can so we can get there. The goal is 40 million in delegated ADA in before Epoch 429. So we got till August 8th. That gives us today plus 8 days.
Yeah.
So we have 9 days to make this happen. And we're not far. It's only 14, 13 million ADA, so
It's doable.
it's not that. Yeah. It's exactly doable. It's just doable. We have to do it in 9 days. But I love that, bro. I think it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Who doesn't want to triple their reward?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's
uh,
all about coordination, right? And I think that the key there is going to be with the tribes. So the tribes got to get their act together and push for this.
okay, perfect. So you heard it, and let's go back to our community and let's go back to our socials and let's get it going. Let's push it. And remember, if you have questions, you can drop them here. I don't see many people, asking questions or many questions anymore. Everything's been pretty clear. Information has been out, and we have the suggestions and questions channel. Or you can create support tickets in our Discord. So I don't know, Carlos, if you wanna add something, or because I have some winners from Friday that won some Dega tokens that I want to announce.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's just that I saw Moto reaching out with his hand. He can like he dropped. I was just gonna tell him to leave his questions underneath the space in the comment section, but we'll see. We'll see if he jumps back.
Yeah, he left.
Yeah, he left. But yeah, anyway, if anybody has questions, just drop them there in the comment section, and we're happy to answer them.
Okay, so I'm just gonna make the announcement. You remember on Fridays we have Freaky Fridays where we play, we enjoy, we hang out, and we test new games that everyone brings to the table. Last Friday we had Smash Cards and Shell Shockers, and we were yelling, screaming, laughing, crying,
Right.
insulting each other. Dude, it was fun. It was fun. You should have seen the rabbit running with a rocket.
Nice.
That was funny. Like everyone, like the rabbit came with the rocket, and everyone ran away. He's like, run away, rabbit with the rocket. And he was just chasing us. It was really fun. But remember, we had 20K in Dega tokens to give away, and everyone, the winners for that Freaky Friday Dega tokens are gonna be taking home 4,000 Dega tokens. And the names of the people that are taking 4,000 Dega tokens is the 20,000 token total are Lavaticus, Horny Gold, April, 88 Dragon 88, and just my two Satoshis. These congratulations to the 5 of you that are taking 4,000 Dega tokens. We will talk on the Discord, get your details, and let us know. So congratulations, and we expect to have you again next Friday for a Freaky Friday, maybe some new games. I know Richie wanted to play a new one. So we will be doing that. So congratulations to the winners.
Awesome.
Carlos, you gotta come to one of these. I know you're a busy guy, but dude, it's fun.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, we could do it this Friday. Let me block it out in my calendar from now.
Yeah, you know what? I'll send you the invite so you have it there blocked, and we do it right after this phase.
Beautiful.
It is just fun. Yeah. So I think that's it, Carlos. This is it for today.
Great, great. Yeah, no. Yeah, this is actually just we just outline kind of like the things that are coming up in August, but it's a lot, right? Like bringing in ISPOs to Polkadot, the new partnerships. There's also a lot of stuff that we're still doing with the Cardano ecosystem. So it'll be intense. August will be a very intense month for the DEGA team and the DEGA community. So Yeah, let's get rolling.
Perfecto, everyone. You heard it. August is going to be busy for us. So let's make it happen. Happy to be here. Thank you for everything. We owe everything to you. So take care. See you tomorrow.
Thank you for joining us.
Hey, bye bye.
Bye.